Hello, and welcome back to Wario Land 3. On the last episode, we utilized the gift of the Wire Wizard. I played badly. We found the secret path to the crater map, allowing us access to the eastern crater, which we haven't gone to yet. I played badly. We found a powerful propeller, allowing us to access new parts of the town. A town in chaos, which... hot dang, I got wrong again. I said I wouldn't, but I did. I played badly. We found the sapling of growth, which allowed our small octopus friends to become big octopus friends, and now we're gonna go beneath the waves and check out a new big octopus friend. I played badly. Most of that playing badly in the Tidal Coast, which we spent 2 of the levels last episode there. So that big octopus, were you to come down here before, you'd find a small octopus trapped behind this little grate. Once you make him a big boy, he can smash out of the grate and continue to explore the rest of Beneath the Waves, having a great time, no longer stuck in this little cave with all of these mean little pufferfish and these bubbles, these mean bubbles. Like, these bubbles probably bullied him bad. Like, these are, I mean, I don't want to talk. Oh, well, that went well. I was like almost like, that sucks. But hey, Bubbles, they're bullies. They didn't partake into bullying me that time because they know Wario's the biggest bully. The biggest, strongest person there is. Not a bully, just a strong person all around. Good-hearted and kind and not a bully. So we're just going to go ahead and brute force our way through these waves because we can do it now. The titular waves up beneath the waves. But I did want to point out that there is a entrance to this area, so you don't have to brute force your way through... But, of course, you know, I missed that, and I just brute forced my way through the first time we were here, before we had the Prince Frog's flippers, which I believe Contla3 pointed out. I say I believe, because I know that person did, I just don't know if I'm saying that right, because your name looks like Contra, I believe, but with an L instead of an R. And maybe that's incorrect. That's probably actually very incorrect. I don't know, and I'm sorry. But you pointed it out, and I thank you for that, because I 100% missed that. And actually, what do I need this guy for? Is there like yeah, there's probably a disguised like silk ball block that we are gonna go ahead and need Silky's help to do the do. So please, silkify me, Captain. The new... I was gonna say gritty, but just kind of gross Captain Crunch reboot, actually. Replacing the captain with silkworms, and whenever you open a box, they just blast you with silk, wrapping you up in a ball instead of just giving you, like, good peanut buttery cereal. God, I wonder if that cereal's actually any good anymore. That used to be my favorite cereal as a kid, but as you become an adult, everything degrades and your body rots, so who knows if Captain Crunch is as good as I remember it. What's definitely not going to be as good as I remember it is this weird treasure here that I deemed chemical number D80030. Maybe those are O's, I think they're zeros, which doesn't make a ton of sense when I say it out loud. I realized moments before recording this episode, but I like the name, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it, and it's up to you to figure out the secret of the name, because I ain't telling anybody. So let's go ahead and continue onwards to our new eastern crater, E6, which is different than the west crater, I assure you. This level is very different than the west crater. I will list the reasons why it is different than the west crater now. It is to the east. Thank you for your time. So yes, I'm not a terribly big fan of this level, just because aesthetically it's the same as the western crater. So I don't entirely enjoy it for that aspect. That being said, I feel like you get like kind of very different challenges between them, so maybe it's unfair to be like, oh, I hate this level, it's the same as the other one, oh gosh, dang it. But really it's just like, oh, really another kind of like fiery like place level. Like, this one, aesthetically, exactly the same as the western crater, so I just kind of wrap them up in my brain. But it's different than the Cave of Flames, because the Cave of Flames is actually a Cave of Flames, and different than the Volcano's base, which doesn't have much fire to do with it at all. Like, I think there's fire robots, and that's about it. But I don't know, just those 4 levels just kind of just make me upset that it's like, oh, all this, like, volcano stuff. But, I mean, there's a volcano in the middle of the island, so what are you gonna do? There's a bunch of water levels, and they don't upset me, so maybe I'm just a hypocrite. Who knows? Who does know? Well, I was gonna say, who knows, you know, Prince Froggy, aka Lump, depending on which name you prefer, knows. But this little guy doesn't know a damn thing. All he knows is he likes to take naps, and he's a good nap friend. So Prince Froggy, you can knock him up these enemy-only platforms by a ground pound, allowing you to get to the Gray Key. Or you can ignite yourself, and oh, unfortunately, it looks like I'm gonna have to kill you, bud. You can ignite yourself, becoming Hot Wario, and destroy him with the fire, which unfortunately, since the game seemed to have despawned, or like deloaded him from memory, reloaded him from memory, despawned, I guess, isn't incorrect. We're going to have to kill both of those Prince Froggy, aka Lumps, to continue onwards, which is unfortunate, but they were in our way, and we need our treasure. We need our gray treasure, and not a lot of gray treasures left in the game. I think there's only like 3. Actually, I checked immediately before this recording, and I know damn well that there's 3. I don't know why I said I think. But what I don't think, and certainly know, I mean, I guess I do think it because I know it, whatever, this is the last power-up that we're ever going to get in the game. We have them all, so there's no future like, oh, we can't do this, so we can't get all the coins. From now on, when we go to the end of a level, like, we get our last chest there, we're done with it, because we can do everything Wario can do in this video game. The last treasure being the Grabbier Gloves, a power-up on the Grabby Gloves, allowing us to carry heavy enemies, like these Count Richter Oftens, or Baron Richter Oftens. I swear I'll never get that right. Also, heavy enemies like Burbears, oh, excuse me, pull the Bill Trent in there, Burrs, or Hammer Robots. Hammer Robots? I think they're just called Hammer Bots. Just heavy enemies in general. We can pick them up, we can carry them now. We're going to immediately put that ability to use in the Castle of Illusions, which is conveniently just, you know, right there. Like, we didn't have to go very far, and I just wanted to see if I could jump up there. I wasn't 100% sure if we had to go and do, all this block button pushing nonsense, and oops, that didn't work out the way I thought it would. I wanted to stun the slime, but I forgot that there was a breakable block there, and we just passed right through it. And breakable block is probably the best way to say that. I've been going on like, oh, fake walls, destructible walls. Breakable block, like, oh, but I guess it doesn't get a point across the point that it's a wall that's destructible. So destructible wall might be the best way to put it. Fake wall kind of, I guess, gets a point across the, like, oh, you know, I thought it was a wall, but it wasn't. But who cares? I obviously don't, because it's been like two Wario Land games where I've like had this problem where I've been constantly going back and forth trying to figure out what to call them, and still haven't figured it out. Now, actually, I can just go ahead and continue onwards. I thought I was going to have to repeat the entire arrangement. We basically are. Just not that part. Just not that part. Since, once again, my fingers seem to have failed me. Like, I jumped, and I was like, oh, I need to either, you know, hold to the right to continue onwards like we're supposed to, or I need to hold back to the left to, you know, save this jump. And my brain just kind of, at that point, panicked and did neither. Because it, I guess, instead spent the time rationalizing what it should do. I think probably, since I spent the time rationalizing it, I think probably the best thing to have done at that point would have been to have gone back. Because I don't think I had jumped far enough to actually make the jump we needed to make. What are we doing here, actually? Is this the last time we're here? I don't think it is. Okay, yeah, it's only the green chest. I wasn't 100% sure. I just had to check, because I didn't know where we were going for a hot second. And I was starting to worry I was doing the wrong thing. Oh, we actually didn't need to do this, because we could have picked up that burr and continued onwards. Darn. I wish I would have thought about that, but I'll remember that next time we come through here, because I believe we're going to have to come through here for basically every treasure from this point on out. We might not have to come back here for the blue chest now that I think about it, so, I don't know things. I don't know things at all. So we can just pick up this hammer robot and go ahead and destroy these throwable enemy blocks. And I suppose we could have picked up that burr and then, you know, throw them and destroyed the enemy blocks and done some good stuff over there, but we didn't. So we're going to just live with the sins I have committed. I apologize. But now you guys know, and now since you guys, when you guys play this video game, you can do the right thing instead of doing the wrong thing, like your good old buddy Cardboard Lawyer did. And oops, this guy's gonna get me good. Luckily though, since he attacked us, he's gonna go ahead and turn around, making this more of a very soft punishment, and I believe I want that switch activated so we can continue onwards. But yeah, and I didn't really think about it, but if an enemy were to attack us, since we don't have health, we don't have, like, coin, like, we don't drop spoils when we get hit. Not that it would matter, because we have more money than we know what to do with. Like, you know, getting hit by that enemy, like, an enemy in a small passageway like that, isn't really much of a punishment. We're kind of just good. Nothing bad really happens, and I suppose we'll just go ahead and jump up here, up to this next layer. And that's actually very convenient, so you can come up here and get the green key, which is actually the entire reason we came back here, and I don't know why I bothered to go for the coin. It's not going to help us in any way. We are full up on money, as it were, so it's not like it was going to do anything for us, so hey, I guess I'll take the coin, since we were there and we had to wait out the transformation anyway, so who even cares about that small amount of wasted time? Actually, Does the game freeze when you pick up coins? I don't think it does. I should know this since we've picked up a bunch of them at this point, but as you all well know, and I believe I say it once an episode, brain, not work good, no. I don't say it exactly like that every single episode, but, you know. You get the gist. And like I said, brain not work good. I came in here like, oh, I just need to come in here to switch the thing without even hitting the switch afterwards. You know, the whole reason I came in this stupid room. So let's go ahead and continue onwards and go ahead and dodge a zombie or two. This area isn't too bad. Like, you do have to do it a bunch of times, but it's such a short arrangement that it's hard to get mad at it. Also, it's kind of, I like the structure of like, oh, all the treasures are kind of on this basically straight line in side rooms. I kind of like that setup, as it were. So what do we get from the screen chest? Oh, I remember what we get from the screen chest. This is actually a very, very interesting item, because it's the magic powder. You know, the magic powder from that video game you probably like. But in this game, it does something a little bit differently. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of magic powder, and I guess just waft it through the air, actually. And this tree's mouth is going to open. So that tree with the mouth that you go inside from that other video game you like is now open. So we now can go and do the blue chest and Out of the Woods. And I don't mean to spoil it for you, but you can complete the video game now. If you don't care about 100%ing the video game, you can now complete the video game. But we aren't going to complete the video game, because we don't care about completing the video game. We're rebel-rousers who want to collect everything we can. And you know what we're going to collect everything we can of? We're going to collect all the musical coins in this level, because it's time to come and get the green chest, the final chest for this level, as it were. I don't know if we need to go back there, so we're just not going to check, because I don't know where all the coins are. Something I probably should know. We're gonna go on a little adventure of a town in chaos, which I will say correctly, since it's gonna be one of the last times we say it. Let's go ahead and just get these slimes, since they're kind of a bane to me. They're very mean to me, and I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Not that they're bad enemies, and I enjoy their design, but they always get me. Always get me good. So let's go ahead and continue onwards and find a new exit to this area that we previously couldn't interact with, because I believe that's when we were here for the red chest, we wouldn't have been able to escape out this way because we didn't have the overweighted overall, so we were unable to continue on in that direction. So you would have had to go all the way back to the area leading to like shoot to use the switch over there to be able to do a thing over here, which is probably not the most descriptive or best way to describe, aka not the most descriptive way to describe what we did, but it's the words that I have chosen to use, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and continue onwards. These musical coin levels always kind of get to me just a little bit, just since I've never actually done them, as I said previously in the series. I will obviously, go out of my way to collect the musical coins, just because that's the kind of person I am. I like to pick up collectibles, but I've never bothered to do like the full runs where you go and collect all of the coins. Like I said, the first time we did it, the first time I'd ever seen like some of that mural get filled in was in this LP, so it was kind of like new and cool to me. This is kind of what I was talking about before. We previously wouldn't have been able to escape out of here because we couldn't jump high enough, but with the overweighted overalls or the jumbo jump, you can escape out this way. No problem whatsoever, not having to worry about the switch being active, allowing you to continue onwards. And that's something I like about this game that you might not be able to see from this LP, since I kind of do things as soon as they're available, is especially with not required items, which a lot of them are, you can, since they're not required, you obviously, who cares when you do them? And there's a lot of like little things like that built into the game, so you can come back at different points in your adventure and do things in different ways. And I really, really enjoy that and think it's super cool. And wish more games kind of worked on that logic. Like I get, not every single game is like that, or not every single game is non-linear as this one. I do non-linear in air quotes, since like a lot of people like kind of debate like what non-linear means and stuff. Actually, is there a coin in that room? I think there might be a coin in that room. Not 100% sure. Let's go back in there and just test out the waters, because I think there's a coin back here, but I don't know how to get to it actually off the top of my head. Is it a throwable enemy block? Oh yeah, it's a throwable enemy block. I was like, there's a coin down here, and I knew it, but I wasn't exactly 100% sure how to get there. They kind of give you an idea that there's something beyond there by, they put the chef over there. But that's like a particularly tricksy one, along with the one like in the big bridge where you might not think to like utilize the you know, like, oh, you know, just because there's an enemy by the wall, like, your brain might not just immediately kick into, like, oh, I should probably throw something at it. And this actually leads us to Shoot's area, and we don't want to go back there. There's no coins for us back there. What we want to do, though, is we want to explore this area to get that coin. Unfortunately, now we're going to have to slowly shamble back to where we would like to be. Oh, and that was interesting. Generally, when you touch an enemy, they're destroyed by Zombie Wario, but by landing on them, they aren't destroyed. Maybe that's not that interesting, but I found it neat. Unfortunately, what's less neat is we're going to have to move this stupid oven into place to be able to escape out of here. Hopefully we're doing good on coins. How many coins are in the last area? I think there's 2. I'm actually not 100% sure. Like most episodes, like, you know, most levels, I'm not 100% sure where all the coins are. I'm trying my best here, okay? I'm doing what I can to find coins along the way, and I believe this is the area that leads that place we just were. I don't think there's anything on top of that building, but I do believe that there's a coin somewhere just sitting off here in the corner. Not 100%. Oh, yeah, it's just right here. I thought we'd have to, like, continue a specific way to get over here. How many coins do we have? We have 5. I feel like there's a coin I'm forgetting. Was that a coin? No, it was just a Paragoom, which isn't what we need. What we do need is these birds, which have the most adorable stun animation, because they go into, like, teddy bear-like pose, but then their eyes kind of, like, blink, and I really like that. This is kind of an interesting puzzle, because we need the help of this burr to destroy that lump over there, which I didn't get on screen all the way, because I didn't want to despawn the burr. We continue onwards, and I think I got all the coins. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know why I checked. I knew I had 5. So I guess we'll just continue on and just see what happens. And this is weird, these lights in the background. Typically, those, I'm trying to think of the word, show that there's a stupid, you know, like, light there that shoots down electricity that zaps you. Maybe they spawn in whenever you hit a switch or something. I was trying to think of the word, but the only word that was coming to mind is differentiate. I guess they differentiate from, like, nothing, but that isn't exactly the word I was looking for. They like, show you, they demonstrate, but that's not the word I was looking for. Damn, my brain is so bad. Always forgetting words, especially the words I want to use, which so bad. I don't know, like, I don't know how it's like, oh, the part of vocabulary I can never remember. And that's why I just end up saying a lot of swears, just because my brain doesn't give me the words I want to say at the right time. So then I end up swearing, and then just, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know where that was going. So let's just continue onwards, I suppose. And oh, this is weird. I don't believe we've seen a Paragoom with a blue umbrella before. It seems instead of having just a straight blue umbrella, they have these blue and pink umbrellas, which is a hell of a look. Not saying it's a bad look, but it is a hell of a look. I am down for it, Mr. Paragoom. Let's go ahead and just continue onwards. And oops, I believe I destroyed the Paragoom. I apologize, Paragoom. Unfortunately, it was your lot in life to die, it would seem. And man, we have 7 coins now, and I'm getting a little nervous now, because I don't know if we're going to be able to do what we need to do. And I'm also actually not 100% sure what I'm doing here, because we need to make our way up there. But I came down here, I get, oh well, whatever. We'll go ahead and hit another switch, see what happens. God, I'm just trying to think if I forgot a coin somewhere, because I don't know if there's a 3rd coin back here. I suppose if we get to the chest, and I haven't found the coin, I'll go on a wild goose chase trying to figure out which coin I frickin' forgot. It's like seriously, like, I found the stupid coin that was like the throwable enemy wall. That's something I would typically forget. But then, like, what coin did I forget? I don't even know. And we have 7, right? Like I said, like, my brain isn't great. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm a math minor. I should be able to remember, like, a total of 1 number. Not, you know, that math minor is, like, just great, like, oh, I'm this amazing mathematician or anything. But, like, you know, I was able to minor in math and major in, like, computer science. I should be able to remember 1 number at a time. Even if I'm, you know, talking at length. You know, you'd think I'd be able to do that. But, hey, I'm not. So, shrug. Who knows? God, I'm just really hoping that last coin is in our way. Because if it's not, I'm going to be really confused. Because I feel like we made a good round of the level and checked everywhere we could potentially go. And oh, Vampire Wario! I wasn't actually expecting to see Vampire Wario in this level, so it's nice to see it. And there's our last coin, which is also very, very nice to see. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and flick myself with Vampire Wario, because even if we don't need it, I enjoy the transformation, and we'll revel in the chance to use it. And oh, it does seem we needed it to just get up here. Maybe you could jump off that spearhead and bounce up here, but who cares? Everything worked out. We didn't get a green key. Where the hell is there? Oh, yeah, the green key. I believe this is the second time I've done this, both with green chests now. I guess just like, as I said before, I don't actually 100% sure know if this is the first time we've done that, because, hey, not good brain, we've been over this. But we do need to get that green key, which we keep seeing in the level, so I just figured I had picked it up, but turns out we hadn't. So let's go ahead and use Fat Wario to destroy some of these donut blocks and see how this helps us. I'm not exactly sure, because what we want to do now is we want to, from up here, hit the switch, and then continue downwards, grab that green key, and we'll be good in the hood. And I suppose I'll just do a small edit to get back up to the treasure chest, because it's not really worth getting back up there unless there's some kind of arrangement, game-changing arrangement getting back there, which I don't think there is. So we'll just go ahead and continue onwards, and I almost fell down, and I didn't want to, because what we want to do now is we want to come down here. Oh, and these two blocks are in our way. And there we go. We smashed the stupid blocks, which took me forever to do. I guess my brain went on autopilot while I was looking for those coins, and then I forgot that I didn't pick up the key, and then just everything didn't go well, because I guess it took my brain a while to adjust, because I just kept messing up these stupid arrangements and just falling like an idiot. Like, I fell down here and bounced off the spearhead's head, and then messed up and was dumb and bad at video games. But now we can be done at being bad at video games, so we can just continue onwards up to the chest. It was a surprisingly devious arrangement for this level. Like, oh hey, actually you can see the door a little bit behind the chest. I'm not sure if that's just supposed to be the sprite on the chest, but I think the door might be slightly behind it, because whenever Wario ground pound and it shook, you could kind of see more black behind the door, which was interesting. I've never really thought about that, you know, obviously that same sprite is used for the door. But hey, that surprisingly devious level, which we're now done with, A Town in Chaos, which for the last time I say correctly. We also get the other eye of the Golden Serpent, which will allow us to open the Golden Serpent door in the Tower of Revival, which, as you can probably guess, is going to be the level we're going to be going to next, which will also be our last time going to the Tower of Revival, which is going to be another hootenanny in terms of coins, because, oh boy, is this level very vertically oriented. So if I miss a single coin, it's going to be very sad for me going back to collect them all. And I did at one point think like, oh, I was probably going to edit the treks back up this area, but this little torch puzzle isn't all that difficult. Like, even if you mess it up like how I am currently, we'll probably still have enough like run time on Wario to get to this last torch. Oh, but this torch went out, so it was weird that torch went out before the other one, because I think we lit the other one before it did. Obviously we probably didn't, since one went out before the other, unless the timers on the torches going off isn't just a straight timer and is more based on how long the things on screen, which is potentially true. I'm not 100% sure about that. Who knows how torches even work? They do work, though. I can assure you that torches do, in fact, work. So we're going to have to continue back up to this area, which I believe you'll remember as the area where we have to kind of switch between Fat Wario, Zombie Wario, and Hot Wario. Hotter than normal Hot Wario, you know, something I've definitely never said before. And we're going to continue onwards, because I believe there's 3 coins in total in this area. And I guess now we're just going to rain death down upon these donutiers, since they have trifled with us for the last time. I do think we're going to have to do mostly the full arrangement to get through this area. Like, obviously we don't need the red key there, since we're going to be exiting out this level with the blue key. So we don't need to, you know, worry about like looping through this level the correct way to get that. But we will have to mess with this level in such a way that we light ourselves on fire, because I think that there's a coin just beyond there. And this area isn't taking as long as I thought it would. I mean, obviously we still have to get up there while being on fire and then come back and be on zombie. Be on zombie, that's not exactly a thing you would normally say, being a zombie. But you know, I just remember this being an area whenever we came here the first time. I lauded it just because I was like, oh, you know, it's cool how we just kind of switch through these 3 like transformations, and they're constantly switching between, you know, like punishment. Oh, damn it! I thought I could make the jump. They constantly switch between like, oh, this is a punishment, and then like, oh, this is your goal, and it's just kind of neat how they're like kind of just so fluidly switching. Something I think is really neat. Let's go ahead and just zombify me, Captain, so we can continue onwards. Too many C's, too many N noises for me. to apparently pronounce correctly. Pronunciation, well, I believe, is the right pronunciation of pronunciation. Pronounce, not the right way to say pronounce. A wild world it is. An Animal Crossing wild world. I really loved that game when it first came out. For a long time I thought it was better than the GameCube one, but in my old age, nostalgia has come back in, made me really, really appreciate Animal Crossing GameCube. Just, love that game. Love the sounds, love the holidays, just love the memories, and the game also looks better on the GameCube than it does on the DS, so, I mean, that's just, that's just the DS, though. DS can't help it. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make it through here, yeah, because we need the oven, so let's just go ahead and fall through and knock the oven into its prime position so we can continue onwards. So we now have 3 coins, right? Yeah, 3 coins. Like I said, can't count. Should be able to, but I can't. So now that we have 3 coins, I think we're good. I don't think we've missed anything in this area here. Not that there's been, a lot of room to miss coins. I mean, I guess if you just skip that door, you could potentially miss 3 coins, which is a lot of room to miss coins, even though it's I was going to say 1 room, but that area is 3 rooms all stacked up on top of each other. Kind of an alternate side to the tower, I would assume. And let's see if we can actually do this. Oh, I can't make this jump, but I'm going to try this anyways because I'm interested. Because if you'll remember, the first time we were here, this block here was destructible. Oh, okay. That didn't work out the way I thought it would. I was going to say that I was going to destroy the block with my head, and then we could just continue onwards, get stung by the pneumo and float up. But since it was, several blocks as opposed to just 1 big block, I wouldn't be able to jump high enough to smash the block above it, so we wouldn't be able to float on through with no problems. Unfortunately, we would have floated up and then met resistance by a wall. And these sparks are getting a little closer to me than I would like them to. But it's fine, because we're done with them. We come up here for that coin, and now we can just go ahead and, I guess, just smash these blocks as Fat Wario, since that seems to be what's happening here today, and we'll just go ahead and walk off the weight. Walking on top of a ladder, which is very, very impressive. I imagine that'd be an insanely good workout, just stepping between 2 parts of the tippy top of a ladder. Good workout and or good way to die. Maybe a little bit of both. Typically, good workouts tend to be good ways to alternatively also die. And do we fall through spikes when we become Fat Wario? I just hit my desk there. I apologize for that noise. Cool, we do, which is awesome because we need to fall down here. We'll go ahead and smash both these donut blocks. Not that we really need to. And you know what? I suppose we'll only smash one since we missed that jump and Fat Wario can't jump that high. He can jump, just not that high. So we can continue on through here and get our 5th coin? 5th? Like I said, it should be able to count, but it can't. So hopefully there'll be 3 coins in our way. Actually, is there another way we could have gone? No, I believe we explored that other way to its fullest. So we'll have to just hope that there are 3 coins. 3. Like I said, can't count. Holy crap! I get that it's talking, so that's probably a big factor in why I can't remember things. Because I think there's something like humans can optimally remember 4 things at once or something dumb like that. I don't actually know. I'm not 100% sure, but it's something to that degree. And oops, these crushers are very interesting positions because they're placed just right that if you start climbing at the wrong time, they're going to smash down and then knock you off the ladder. So you have to get off the ladder at the correct time, which unfortunately I'm not an expert at getting off of ladders, as many people aren't. Damn, I'm hitting B. How do I get off? Is A? Nope. Yeah. Is it just D-pad the best way to get off? Nope, it's D-pad and B seems to be the best way to get off. So we just be quick about it, hold the D-pad, and there we go. Finally. And now that the crusher isn't on screen, it's not going to affect us. Unfortunately for us, there was another crusher just ready to get us. Seems to be going off right as we get on screen too. This is kind of an interesting arrangement. Not something you see where the kind of difficulty comes from the crushers crushing down and kind of being annoying. That would have been interesting in kind of a wire wizardry, a wizards and wires segment when you're climbing across a big chain link fence grating. Would have been an interesting arrangement to have to contend with. And we have 6 coins now, right? We have 6 coins. Cool. So hopefully there are 2 more coins in our path. Otherwise, we're in trouble. And I missed something in the Tower of Revival. I just said that with a W instead of an R. Which doesn't seem to bode well for my ability to once again pronounce things, as it seems it were. Inventing new turns of phrase. I almost said as it were. Damn, I'm an idiot. So let's just continue onwards. Luckily there's a coin. Did I pick up one? I did not, so we could potentially be in trouble, because there's a coin that I would like to have. We have the blue... Do we have the blue key? We do not have the blue key, so I've missed the blue key somewhere. There's the blue chest. I'm gonna have to go ahead and just figure that out as we go along, because I have no idea where it is. No idea whatsoever. We're going to take this bear with us. Excuse me, once again, Bill Trennan. Bill Trennan. Let's go ahead and just not mess this up, because I am going to want the help of that Silky, because we are going to need the Silky's good silk to break that silk ball block, and I'm just going to go ahead and carry the Silky down there, so I don't have to worry about, like, oh, did I, like, you know, start it too soon, or whatever. Now, where is the blue key? Oh my god, I don't actually know where the blue key is, and we don't have it. Maybe it was back in that room we were just... Oh, actually, I think the blue key was in the room that we were just in, with the crushers and stuff going on, and I think I just... like, overlooked it, because I think we gotta, like, fall to it or something. Oh, well, we did have to fall to it, and that was also where the last coin was, so... Hallelujah, everything came up... Everything worked out. I was gonna say, like, everything came up, like, blank, but I couldn't think of a good blank. The first thing that came up was, everything came up Wario, and you know what? Everything came up Wario is, you know, it's a good phrase. I like it. It's kind of interesting, because they stuck that other crusher, in this little kind of gap in the wall where it's crushing down, and they have space for another one, but there's nothing in there, and I wonder if at one point they had placed a crusher in there, but then they realized it was a little too rough on the timing, and they removed it, and then, like, they just didn't... Oh my god, that sucked on... Like, that visually just sucked to look at, and then also, it was just bad. Bad for time. It's ruining our speedrun, our good speedrun of Wario Land 3. I almost said Wario Land 4, and that goof's long dead. So let's just continue onwards. It seems like there potentially could have been at one point, like, another crusher in the wall. Maybe they just realized that, hey, the timing's real tough, and this guy, who's obviously played this game a bunch of times, is going to have trouble getting off stupid ladders, because I'm holding... Oh, there we go. Damn, I don't know why getting off ladders. Just not the most intuitive mechanic, it would seem. Like, if you want to fall down a ladder, you can just, you know, let go and fall down, but that doesn't really help when you want to get off, like, horizontally. Vertically, like, yeah, if you just want to get to the bottom of the ladder, just go for it. No problems whatsoever. But hey, that was kind of a little bit of a train wreck, but it all worked out. We got all 8 coins, we got our blue chest, we got our blue key, even, after we found the chest, and we're now done with the Tower of Revival, Tower of Revival, which I will say correctly, giving us a very, very interesting item, which has some very interesting, I almost said implications, but not so much implications. What we found here was the key to the clouds, which, true to its name, is a key to the clouds. So now from the top of the tower, we can now go to above the clouds. And above the clouds, I just want to talk about this real quick, is kind of an interesting level, because this will typically be the last level you will unlock. But we still have 2 levels we haven't unlocked. The Forest of Fear, and a level that follows after the Forest of Fear. Well, we've unlocked the Forest of Fear. We just haven't done it yet. So I suppose that's a moot point. But there's a level after the Forest of Fear, which you could have unlocked a long time ago, but just based on how I'm playing, we haven't. So typically this will be your last level, but our last level will be a little bit different just since I've arranged the levels in a strange way, just so we can savor the Forest of Fear. But that'll do it for this episode. It's been quite a long episode. Like, it looks long on my time. I'm sure even after editing, it'll be a hell of an episode. So I'll see you guys next time when we don't go to the Forest of Fear, and instead check out what's above the clouds.